Mother Nigeria, your beautiful lands and luscious hills.
Oh, how blessed be our hands as you bring us each day these daily bills. Great Mother Nigeria.
Nah. You know what? We want our ode to Nigeria to be a true representation of what Nigeria truly is today. So do permit us to start all over again, please.
Mother, the land flowing with milk and honey, a people who seem lacking in health and money, a strange land with leaking borders, a hapless people in great disorder.
How is it that abundant rain falls and yet the plants wither? Extensive sun shines and yet the child shivers. An oddity indeed, but not here in Nigeria.
To come alive again, where do we begin? Can we all drink the milk and eat the honey? Can our fields still bloom, our children look lovely? Yes, but first, we need to dare to dream.
Yes, indeed, because all creation and all intention, every reformation and even regeneration began in the mind and the imagination when someone somewhere dared to dream.
And on that somber note, we bid you welcome to the October 1st Poetry Fest right here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
And my name is Mazino Appeal. And do remember, stream the show live, tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook. And of course, to follow us on all social media platforms at TVC Connect.
Our app is available for Android and iOS. We would love to see your comments on our social media platforms, all at TVC Connect.
Do stay tuned. We'll be back to tell you exactly what we have in store for you come today.
When it comes to amazing things on the show, every single week, every single morning, we are here with you. First on the show today, we have a poet, Fido.
Hi, good morning. My name is Fido, and I'm here to render a poem titled The New Nigeria. Thank you very much as you listen. Have you ever thought, have you ever thought that Nigeria, like out of all the countries that I would be given birth in Nigeria, even if I had to be born in Africa, I could have come from Seychelles or South Africa, but now it had to be Nigeria. And over the years, some of us have had this conversation in our head. Men and women of black soil, kings of toil and sweat, sons and daughters of a land flowing with milk and honey, yet we are famished and hungry. For as long as we can remember, we have danced with no rhythm and dined with our eyes closed, given no options, yet we are asked to choose. So many times we're falling. But this is the time we hit the refresh button because our mumu don't do. So we will rise stronger. We rise from our weakness, throwing away our weakness to see ourselves the way God sees us. Yes, I'm Nigerian. But I'm the very image of divinity, wrapped in the majestic elegance of the Trinity, made out of words that were breathed from the nostrils of the Creator himself. So why treat me like a pauper when I am a God? See, I was made in heaven, assembled in Nigeria, assembled from the Sahel Savannah of the north, the thick rainforest of the east, and the rocky hills from the west, constantly refreshed by the ever-flowing river of Niger and Benue. I am Nigerian. And see, for so long, we've choked on dishes that were made to address our social, economical, mental, political, and spiritual issues, yet no results. And we are tired. We are tired, but yet we work harder just to have the Nigerian dream of traveling to Canada, but still then deny us visa. We are tired, but we won't sleep. Because we are survivors in this ship, and despite the roaring wind, we've held tightly to our Creator. Against the wrong of the land, we fought hand in hand, defending our unity, honor, and glory, because this glory is our right. Brothers and sisters, there's no time to be weary. Neither is there time to dwell under the shadow of fragility, but arise, O compatriots. The Nigeria we want deserves us, O patriots. Patriots who are ready to change Nigeria and the world in their own way. Nigerians who will mark the footprints on the sands of time in several sectors. From sports to music, tech space, even movie actors. Common men and women who through consistency and stability will fight to sit and serve at the table every day. Everyday people who will choose to write their stories and become legends. And just like Common said, see, now it's time for us to right the wrongs in the history, because no one can win this war individually. So together, with faith, can we re-engineer a new Nigeria? And no doubt, one day, this house of ordinary people will beam with smiles when our children and grandchildren will return home with stories of how we made the giants of Africa bigger than our siblings. So by God, through us, can we and shall we re-engineer a new Nigeria? Thank you.
That was deep, man.
Happy Independence Day, Nigeria!
Welcome, everybody. Yes, it's Oktoberfest, and here on Wake Up Nigeria, we decided to go one more and call it Poetry Fest.
Yeah.
So we started with a round of very good poetry this morning, and of course, it's perhaps going to continue. Yeah. Welcome, Mike.
Yeah.
Grand man.
Happy
Good to have you here.
Day, Mike.
Why's your face like that, Mike?
I think this is Mike's go-to face.
I don't know, it's his resting face.
How is it?
Are you excited about today, Mike? Be honest.
Not that much.
Okay, tell us
Not
exactly
that much.
why.
Where do we even start from, sir?
The
Not
beginning
that
would
much.
be good.
Not that much. I've always loved the second stanza of a national anthem. I feel like so I've sampled anthems around the world, and I when it comes to hope, Nigeria has about the best anthem because it inspires hope. It inspires, but we need to get to that point where hope is about the future. Yeah, we need to find a way to see as much as we can do in the present. So I was going over the second stanza of a national anthem, and as much as there is so much that is wonderful about that anthem, I found out that there's a lot, even in the anthem, we give a lot of responsibility to deity.
I feel you.
Yes, to do it for us. Help guide our leaders. Do this. Help our youths. Deity won't do what you have been given the ability to do. That is what my life experience, my life journey so far, and the journeys of others have taught me. Yeah. It will not give you, it will not do what it has given you the ability to do. So we can't just keep on. We have to do it.
So it's like God has been sending you lifeboats.
Yeah, and but they're just going by.
They're not pretty enough.
Yeah, that's fantastic, man. You should put that into word and make it a poem.
That's just it.
That's fantastic.
So when I think about the current situation now, what can each and everyone do on our own? Because I think that's the best we can do.
See, I was going to say that it's gone further than using that as let's keep praying and all of that.
Yeah.
Forget about that. I think it's in our hands, your hands. Not the hands of the people who are older than us and who have gone past us. Their time is gone. It's actually your responsibility. But the thing with the Nigerian youth is this, that all we are good at doing is complaining. To activate or execute these things, we have very few people who actually have the heart to want to do it.
Not really.
And I think if we are emboldened, if we're empowered, it will help. But you cannot continue to wait for empowerment. Yeah. You have to get up. You have to do it. And
take it.
Your mechanism, however, matters.
So I was, did you mention something? We're talking about, there was a protest by some people concerning the reality show. Yeah, reality show. And I said something. So people were chastising those who went there and said, oh, they were jobless and all that. But I said, look, the reason why these people went out for this is that they know that their voices will cause a change. And somehow we actually did. When you know that you're going to do something and it will work, you'll be energized to do more. Someone said, if you're disciplined and you start seeing results, you're inspired to do more. Yeah. Do you understand? But when you are in a system, I mean, we've had different points where different people from celebrities have come out to talk about things and all of that. But there's a lot about the system. You understand? So for them, I wouldn't want to say that. That they are jobless. I just want to say that they know that in this particular matter, I can speak and it can cause a difference.
So I want to touch on this issue of influence now. There was a time where the heads of industries, people in government acted as role models for the young people. This is no longer the case. Now their role models constitute comedians, influencers on social media, skit makers, fashionistas, socialites, etc. Now, I do believe those influencers with hundreds of thousands of followers on their timelines now have that responsibility to put out some content that will inspire young people to do better, to work harder. Because at this point, nobody is really listening to those older role models anymore. They're there. Well,
it falls on something Mike has said, because we're tired of the suffering. We just want something to make us laugh.
Okay.
But the funny thing about making a person laugh is when they're laughing and they have their mouths open, that's the best time to slip it in there. Even if it tastes bitter, they're going to swallow it. So it's their responsibility, like you said.
It's the influencer's responsibility.
Well, which of them has actually taken note and come
Some of them have.
We can't, you see...
Some of them have, but they've been...
You see, if we are being practical and as it is, why? We've hoped. We still hope. Maybe we don't hope with as much enthusiasm as we used to a few years back. You understand? But there's something that's been constant. It is progressive. I'm trying to bring the word down. It's been progressive degeneration.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you understand? There has to be something different. We cannot keep doing the same. It is tantamount to madness to do the same thing and expect different results.
Yes, indeed.
So,
tell you what, it's not all grim here.
It's not.
It's just the reality
There's food,
of the
right?
times. Yes,
There is.
I did last night.
That is something to look forward to at least. We've got more coming your way. Great poetry, great poets. You're going to love this. And, of course, Titi has something on Gary.
Welcome to the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen this Independence Day. A lot of people are hanging out at home today. And we have to appreciate everyone who's watching right now and say thank you so much for joining us. We have Chef Tade with us in the kitchen. Welcome back.
Welcome, ma'am.
It's always great having you in the kitchen.
Yes, ma'am.
So on this public holiday, what are we putting together today?
All right. I will prepare white rice.
Okay.
With a efori roll.
Hey, you would have started with the efori roll now.
White rice.
It is very Nigerian to eat white rice. But those are the ingredients that you have there. Of course, if you're trying this at home, make sure you take a quick video of it and post the before, the after, the results, and maybe the empty plates too. Make sure you post those results and use our hashtag WakeUpNigeriaOnTVC so we can see everything. Chef Tade, what is the first thing that we need to do this morning?
I'll put my palm oil.
Palm oil?
Yes.
Yeah?
And I will stir fry my pepper.
Okay.
All right. So while doing that, I will allow it to fry a little, then add my spices, crayfish, and locust bean.
All right, so you know there are many types of locust beans used for soups. Which type of locust bean is this?
This one is the handy one. It's not that it's not mashed.
It's not the mashed one?
Yeah, it's not the mashed
the full
one.
seed.
Yeah, the full
all
seed.
right. I can see we have something on the stove already.
Yes, this is my beef.
Beef?
Beef and shaki and the likes.
All right, let's see.
All
beef,
right.
shaki, and what, other entrails?
Yeah, sure.
So what, did you add any spices to that?
Yes.
What?
Just normal seasoning, and I added a little of garlic.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's see the pot one more time.
Okay.
Let's see that meat. All right, it's steaming up. How long do you expect that to stay on the stove?
Just about 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yes.
20 minutes?
To allow it to cook well.
No problem. We have some very empty bellies waiting for this meal to be put together. This fish looks very special. What type of fish is this?
Yes, this, what's it called?
It looks like catfish to me.
Catfish, yes.
Oh,
dried catfish.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some of them are spiced beforehand and some are just dry. I'm not sure.
This one is just dry.
Just dry.
No, not spiced.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm always worried about using dried fish because I'm always anticipating the timing for whether it'll get soft enough on time.
Depends. If it is baked,
okay,
you can. If it is baked, you had it almost at the last.
Okay.
If it is well dried,
yeah,
that means you have to cook it prior to
All right.
to that time. Yeah.
No problem. Let's touch on these vegetables. What type of veg is this?
It's a for shoko.
Shoko.
Yeah, shoko leaf is. I think it has one English name like that.
Okay. It's not spinach?
A spinach.
Aha.
Local spinach.
It's starting to turn another color here. Is that?
Yes, I
already
added hot water to it.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So all these are going to come together once the pepper starts frying. We need the meat to get soft. And this eforiro is going to come together. I can't wait, Chef Tade. It's always a pleasure having you in the kitchen.
You're welcome.
Today is Independence Day, people. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be back with more.
Yes, indeed. Second hour here for Independence Day for Wake Up Nigeria on this Friday. It's a celebration of everything that is Nigerian on such an occasion that is her independence.
Yes, it comes only once a year, and you too can plug into the October 1st Poetry Fest by sending in your poems on Wake Up Nigeria for this special day. Just use our hashtag.
Yeah, indeed, yeah.
Wake
we
Up
look forward
Nigeria
to seeing
on
some
TVC.
of those words of marvel. So do go on our Facebook page and make sure that you leave something on our Facebook platform so we can actually read your ode to Nigeria. We promise we do read them.
Yeah.
We do. Indeed.
We will read them. And, you know, we love this hour, especially on a Friday. Fridays are always about that.
Fun.
Quarter to weekend.
It is the weekend already,
exactly.
so we have to establish that Fridays are the weekend. No need for work, in fact, sometimes.
The spin that we put on today's show is really special. All the poets that are coming on board are really, really well versed.
Yeah.
And we've become poets ourselves.
Indeed. I mean, check out how we started it all this morning. If you missed it, do go back on YouTube and you can find it there. We always put stuff on there and also on Facebook as well.
So last week we had our Cultural Diversity Day.
Ooh, yes.
Right here at TVC. TVC Communications came out with a bang. Some amazing costumes. Did I call them costumes? Or attire?
Garbs.
Whatever you want to call them. But everyone came out to look smashing. So we're going to be showing you a piece of that a little later on.
Yes, indeed. Alrighty now. So, hey, my name is Mazino Appeal.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. This is Wake Up Nigeria, the weekend starter edition on Independence Day.
Now, let's let you guys know exactly what we have coming up for the rest of the show here this morning. Do remember you can stream the show live on our websites, tvcentertainment.tv. But for what we have left, we've still got some very interesting poetry coming your way.
Well, we had some practice when it came to dressing up today.
Yes,
because last week we were all garbed in traditional attire as well, along with everyone at TVC Communications. Our Cultural Diversity Day was extra special. And this is what it looked like.
It is said that the beauty of the world lies in the culture of its people. And that is why TVC Communications have decided to make it a yearly event to bring to you our Cultural Diversity Day. The theme this year is Switch It Up, hosted by Max FM's Wale Popopo.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Cultural Diversity Day 2021.
It was a day of glitz and glamour as the staff showed up in beautiful and unique attires to celebrate their culture.
Well, this is an epic Ibibio traditional attire from head to toe.
Ah, you're making me blush.
Like, legit. Whatever you see here is confirmed, guys.
I'm representing Lagos State, so I call this Owambe Couture.
I'm from the Egba
Yoruba
clan. I reached for the bottom of my box, and I remember that I had this dress, so I decided to dust it off, iron it, and then wear it so that I can look different.
This is the Northern Extraction, so I'm feeling affiliation with my friends from Kano State, and I'll be called Talatu for today.
All thanks to my mom, actually. She brought it out for me, kept it for me, the jewelry, the clothes, of course the shoes are mine, the bags are mine, but everything, all thanks to my mom. My mom dressed me up, basically.
I am from the southeast, and if you look at the attire I'm wearing, you quite understand that this is a title man's attire. And it is about unity, it's about promoting our culture.
There was a lot to drink, eat, and make merry. And what made the event more interesting was the cookout competition. Where we had Team North, Team South, Team East, and Team West. Don't you just love when a man puts those hands to work and shows off his culinary skills?
So this is the second edition. We had one last year, and I must tell you, this has blown my mind. It's colorful, it's bigger, and we've stepped it up. In fact, the theme this year is Switch It Up, so we're meant to come in a different attire from what we came in last year. Now, the Cultural Diversity Day is an occasion for us to celebrate our differences.
It's a day of joy, a day when we connect with our roots, a day when everyone looks really beautiful and resplendent in their traditional attires.
I think it's another way of promoting our unity in this side of us that we don't usually see every single day. I think it's a beautiful amalgamation of what makes us Nigerians. So, you know, people are very emotionally attached to their culture.
That was a really tasty meal. If not because it was too hot, I will have surprised you
It tasted good, but the meat and all the condiments were more than the vegetable. I didn't have enough vegetable to hold, and then I didn't see plenty uru inside. It's a 40 room, so the uru is supposed to be dancing around inside it, but it tasted really good. It was good.
Oh yeah!
This is the tastiest soup that I've tasted today. But the meat is a bit strong. You can see I'm still eating it. It's a nice one.
There was also a separate cookout competition that involved individual staff preparing pasta. Games were not left out of the equation as staff displayed their competitive spirit. The event ended in grand style as Feishola Banjoko and Okoche won first and second positions for the most beautiful and innovative style.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you know our judges have done well, say yeah, yeah.
TVC Communication Diversity Day, Cultural Diversity Day. If you're able to see me in that video, I have a prize for you. Just look well. If you can find me, I'll show me proof that you found me. Thank you. All right, but hey, come on. Let's move away from that now. It's our, like Martina will call it, our Poetry Fest today. Poetry Fest on October 1st. And we have IB Quake, a spoken word artist, a mentor, and orator. She's won a number of competitions, and she's here to perform Indigen. I'm looking forward to what that is all about. IB Quake, how are you doing? Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yep. So let's talk about the competitions you've won. All right? You've gone for different competitions and all of that. Let's talk about that. Was that how you started your career as a spoken word artist?
Yes, I think my career started off with competitions, gospel competitions in the spoken word industry, and then I started to become a professional and a mentor and an orator.
When you say professional, is it something that you do alongside others, or is something that is that all you do, like a spoken word? Does it take care? Is it financially viable?
In Nigeria, the spoken word industry isn't that rampant. It's not in mainstream media, but so far so good. I've been able to drive income. I've been able to minister at pulpits, stages, corporate events, and all of that. Yeah, so it's been profitable, I would say that.
All right, so you're performing Indigen, yeah? What's Indigen all about?
The Indigen is the voice of someone who has hope, who has hope in not just the future of Nigeria, but Africa and the world at large.
At large. All right, give us that hope. Take it away.
I am black, colored with a skin whose marks don't only scream stretch marks, tribal marks, marks from my mother's beatings, but tradition makes a modernity a perfect trademark. I don't conform to the pressures of Western culture, but stick to my roots, the African culture. I am bold in Irati Buba. My belly bounces in Amalati Begiri. My saliva spills like lava at the taste of Nkwobi. I take pride in the Yorubas, Igbos, Hausas, and over 200 ethnicities in my land. I am the backbone that has refused to break. I am not a monkey on display for tourists, neither am I the image of poverty. I am the future of Africa. No time for time travel when the time starts now. Let's take a moonwalk down to our colonial era. The scribble for Africa amongst our colonial masters brought slaves, and with it a slave mentality. Though we broke this off in 1960, do we see ourselves as we should, or do we see ourselves as they did? Slaves who couldn't speak up at the face of injustice, thanks to our nationalists who sped up political activities to activate freedom in its mentality. Thanks to Christian missionaries who triggered the need for liberty. Thanks also to democracy, sweeping off tyranny and the hierarchy of injustice. Oh, I hail from Nigeria, the giant of Africa. Why don't we cradle back to our mother's arms, where true leaders walk the land? True leaders don't cower back. True leaders don't corrupt but correct. True leaders seek to serve and not dictate. True leaders don't prey on the passion of people, where true leaders emulate real leadership. I hail from Nigeria, the giant of Africa. We haven't lost that title based on the detriment of our leaders. Though our wonderful deeds may have fallen down like deciduous trees, let's stick to our roots. Follow doctrines over dictates. Seek discipline over deceit. Principle over politics. Let our true skin speak louder than a false identity. And I speak for a handful that we are the future. But to fear the future is to be fearful of freedom. Let true independence speak in our hearts. Let women occupy spaces that segregate. Let our youths receive an awakening that we are the future. And no time for time travel when the time has already begun. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. Hopefully you're enjoying our October 1st Poetry Fest right here on Wake Up Nigeria. We put it together just for you to give you different perspectives and give you something to think about. We're also trying to give you something here to taste. In your minds, you can taste this efforiro that Chef Tade is putting together. We're already full swing into the cooking. And if you're trying this at home, just make sure you send a video to us. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeriaOnTVC. So where are we on this efforiro right now?
We're almost done.
Almost done. So what's in there? What's in there now?
All protein in it.
Okay.
Already stir-fried my pepper, and I've added all the protein I needed to be there.
So I can see the palm oil is, a little floating to the top the way it always does in a fall, But you added the locust beans already?
Yes, I already added.
So do you fry your locust beans?
Yeah, you fry a little.
Just a little, yes?
For let's say, a minute.
Okay. What's the next thing we're adding to this?
So the next thing we had is a vegetable.
Oh, really?
I won't add the fish into it because I don't want it to break.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah, so I'll add this, then I'll have it all the two.
Can we go ahead and add it now, or is it too soon? We can add it now.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Chef Tade, you've already washed this vegetable.
This vegetable.
Did you steam it?
Yes, I steamed it.
Okay. Was it just like a hot water rinse?
Yes, hot water.
Okay, beautiful. So some people add a little bit of salt when they're, doing their hot water rinse. Do you add salt?
No.
No, you don't? Okay, all right. Aha. That's the green color we're looking for. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, for those of you at home who are wondering how this smells epic. Epic. All the right flavors are popping out. There is a leather, or do we call it pomo? I'm seeing roundabout. I'm also seeing shaki. And that depth in my voice is for the fish that's going to enter very soon. So there's something about shoko, right? That's shoko. When you add it, it sort of has this shrinking reaction to the heat and to the sauce. I don't know. Is there any other vegetable we could use that would not shrink like that?
No. Mm-hmm. Actually, we use shoko and efotete for it.
Okay.
But both will definitely shrink once you add hot water into it.
Okay, all right. No wahala, no wahala. As long as the protein is plentiful, we're all right.
Okay.
Okay. So how long will this stay on before we add the fish?
Like 2 minutes, because I don't want my vegetable to wear out.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. So this particular fish I'm really falling in love with. It's getting a lot more accessible these days. A lot more people are putting together dried catfish. They're packaging it now. Quite a few of our SME guests have talked about packaged fish on the show. And I think it adds a really interesting flavor. Now, Mike Mexicano is a big fan of this particular fish here. In fact, we had to call security to make sure that he wasn't allowed into the kitchen while this fish was here. But which one will you add first? This?
I will add this.
All right, let's go. I don't have any bones to worry about, do I?
No, I already removed it.
You removed all the bones.
All the bones.
This guy knows me. He knows me so well. Yeah, that soup is packing. And now In goes the pala.
Yeah.
And there you have it. It's as simple as that. For all you bachelors that always say, I don't have time, I don't know how to do it. Chef Tade has done it here for you to see. He basically fried the pepper earlier on in palm oil. He also shallow fried the locust beans in palm oil to give it that little extra punch. He steamed all his protein earlier on, and everything is just really, really appreciating inside this pot. So what's our next move?
I'd like to steam up a little.
What's our next move?
I'll allow this to steam up a little.
Beautiful.
Then we serve.
And that's it. As simple as that.
Yeah.
So for those of you who are just tuning in, we're making a Eforiru this Independence Day. That's going to be our Independence Day celebration meal right here on Wake Up Nigeria. At this point, Mazino, it's all yours.
Now, I'm not sure if I'm happy with this because you're having so much fun in there, and all I can hear is in the kitchen, but it's all good. It's all Nigerian. We love it. Fantastic. We have plenty more coming your way here today. Now, let's enjoy another beautiful piece from a spoken word artist who is also a creative designer. Esther Ubo is here once again. If you remember her from February, it was a fantastic piece. Now she'll be performing something special for us again in a bit. You are welcome, Esther. Good to have you here back again.
So delighted to be here. Thank you for having me.
Hey, how's it been since February when we first heard from you?
It has been wonderful. I've made progress, so I'm super grateful for that.
Okay. There was that thing you did in April. How did that go?
Yes, it went wonderful. It was a fashion and poetry merge. It was exciting. I mean, all of my expectations were met and exceeded, so I'm super grateful again.
All right. Okay, well, that's fantastic. Now, I don't know, do you intend eventually after this to kind of like have some arrangement where your poetry makes you money? I don't know about that in Nigeria if poets actually make that much, but hey, you seem to be good at it, so I'm hoping that that's in the plan somewhere.
Yeah, it is in the plan. I'm putting strategies together, but so far so good. It's more like a spoken ministry for me now. I am a minister of the gospel through spoken word, so I am focusing more on impact for now than making money through it.
All right. Tell you what we're going to do, Esther. We're going to take a very short break. When we come back, Lagos, Nigeria.
Dear Nigeria, I wrote you a love letter, and I hope this meets you well. Wow, it has been a very eventful 16 months, hasn't it? Yet, look at you. Still standing like those sturdy ebony trees, holding on to our dreams and to memories of unforgotten histories. I know it hasn't been so long, so easy, even after all these years, but the way you rise up every time blooming, it stuns me every time. And even after everything, I still believe in tenderness, because you have always been here so solidly, so warm, so wise. Thank you. Thank you for making us laugh so hard. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you, Noma, for making us believe in the truth that water indeed can be just as thick as blood despite ethnicity and cultural diversity. You remind me of the truth that I am indeed a light and I shine so bright. You remind me of the truth that I am a fighter, birthed through the giant of Africa. Dear Nigeria, I am absolutely stunned that even after all these years, you have risen stronger and taller. Even after all these years, you are gold, and the proof of gold is tested through fire. On this special day, I am reminded of how far we've gone. I am reminded of how we began this journey, and I am eager for more. Dear Nigeria, happy Independence Day.
All right.
What a day, yes.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
In this neighborhood. Yeah. And by God's grace, the whole day is going to be blessed and peaceful and calm.
That was a very positive one, by the way, from Esther. I really like that. That was plenty of hope for you, Nigeria. Plenty of hope. But finally, We have been joined virtually, of course, by a Nollywood actor. And, of course, you also know him as a director. He's also a goodwill ambassador, a brand ambassador. Yeah. And, hey, many more. And sometimes you could say he kind of like brushes that fringe of a poet from what we've been seeing all morning. Mofe Duncan is with us here this morning. Hello, Mofe. Good to have you, man.
Hi, how's it going?
We are good.
Mofe!
Hi.
Good morning. How's it going over there?
Not bad at all. I couldn't make it down to the studio. I completely apologize. It's just family have pulled me away. My dad is 90 tomorrow, so we have some stuff to do this morning. Yeah,
oh, wow.
So it's been a bit manic. I thought I could divide myself into two, but
yeah, well, it's good to have you here, even still, virtually.
And happy birthday to Professor Duncan. Please say us well to him. 90 is a big number.
I will absolutely. It's a big number.
So, Mofe, let's talk about you. Let's talk about your endeavors. Let's talk about movies. Let's talk about television. Let's talk about everything. Let's talk about Nigeria. How has the journey been for you so far as a Nigerian youth trying to navigate all these waters in a country that might seem to, you know how Nigeria is. Let me not get into that. But what's it been like in your industry?
I mean, it's been Nigeria. It's been Nigeria, basically. Sometimes you want to give up, but then you have to look at those who have done it ahead of you, those who are behind you. And at the end of the day, you're like, Monday, let's just get up and get to work. You know what I mean? I mean, we all have our complaints about one thing or the other. I feel like the country should be the better place. You know, and I'm coming from a point of view whereby I feel like I've seen how other countries have done it. I've seen how other countries are doing it, and I think that there must be something that we need to change. It all starts from the mentality. You know what I mean? Like, we need to change the individuals. I mean, we can talk about the government from now to tomorrow, but then the individuals also have to have a certain mindset. You know what I mean? I mean, there's so many instances. I mean, just driving on the road in Lagos, you see people just doing crazy things, and when you're like, guy, who raised you? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? So, yeah, but it's been great. I mean, for me personally, I mean, the journey has been quite exciting. I started my media career quite young, from at the age of 5.
Nice.
First TV commercial. And ever since then, I mean, you know, it's been great. I've got shows on Netflix now. I just launched a show on African Magic yesterday. We had the press conference. And, you know, it was great. So it's been fun. It's nice.
All right, I wanted to touch on some of the roles you've had the opportunity to play. You know, I know that you've been able to play different roles from different parts of the country. Yeah. In one of the clips we had today, you played a northerner.
A senator.
Right? A northern senator. I think Sons of the Caliphate, right? Is that it?
Sons of the Caliphate, absolutely.
You need to talk to us about that role and how it felt.
Especially that it was also very political, the entire TV series.
Absolutely. So I was called by the writers and creators in 2014, and you know, I got a call from Jimbo Atia, and he's like, "Okay, I speak Hausa." I'm like, "I can if you want me to." You know, of course, I had no knowledge at all about it, but I took on the role. I think it was a very challenging role for me because as an actor, you have to do things that are believable, and you know, it was difficult for me because I didn't know a word of Hausa at the point when I was on the set, and everyone was like, "I was just going to Woko." I'm like, "You guys bring it on, all right? You're here with the mo, all right?" But I had a dialect coach. The script supervisor was with me for 2 months. Yeah, and I had a friend who, you know, were roommates in uni, and he was a northern, and I used to teach him a lot. So for 2 months, I was speaking in the northern accent.
Can you still do it? Can you still speak that way?
Absolutely. So basically, the thing is that, you see, the northerners have a certain intonation that they speak.
Very regal.
In Gani, they speak in a certain way. They're very distinct in their articulation.
There you go.
Some of their words.
We like it.
You're getting there.
We love hearing you do it, actually.
Absolutely.
We do.
Now, I wanted to know something. In the Nigeria that we find ourselves, like I started out when I asked you that first question, the fact that we have to struggle through so much. And there are many people who get to the middle of their struggles and they give up. As somebody who has made it this far in your industry, being a director and also an actor as well, what word of hope do you have for other Nigerians who want to toe your line or perhaps maybe begin it? What word of hope, Mofe?
That's a very good question. I think passion is one thing that really drives me a lot. And I had this conversation with someone a couple of days ago. I said, look, sometimes you don't even do it for the money. You do it for the young people who come and say, oh, I saw you on television. You do it for the old people who say, thank you so much. I watched the film. So those are the moments that you live for. Those are the moments that really gratify you. Of course, you have to be paid for what you're doing. But you know, sometimes when you want to quit and go on, you step outside and say, oh, thank you so much. My favorite actor, take a picture, take a selfie. You know, I embrace those moments because sometimes I forget. You know, I don't walk around with my numbers. Really, you must notice me. So, but, you know, whenever I get those moments, it's gratifying. I walk away like,
golden.
Nice. That was nice. So for the younger ones coming behind you, you have to have the passion for it. Somebody has to do the job, and if you've been called to do it to your best.
I've noted that you've had the opportunity to live abroad and in Nigeria. You've had the opportunity to do a lot of work abroad and here. So give us some of those key differences that you've noted in the industry, working abroad and coming back home. So some people, when they go abroad, they don't want to come back home. But for some reason, you did.
Absolutely. So basically, well, the Nigerian movie industry abroad is quite thin out. You know what I mean? Like, of course, Nigeria is not a majority. It's not your country. So for you to get the mileage that you need is quite it's a dogfight basically. They're doing a lot of work in the UK, the Nigerian movie industry. I mean, I must give this. They got it all the time. They have shows coming out. They have movies coming out. They're doing a lot of work. You know, but sometimes there's an old adage that says, "Best to taste the meat are the ones that are in the kitchen." So you have to be in the kitchen. They can taste the meat first. You know what I mean? So my decision to come back was strictly, you know, I mean, like I have to give it to a lot of people. You know, a lot of producers had given me the opportunity when I got back, and you know, I mean, I'm still here, and I must be doing something right. So I mean, yes, shooting abroad is great. You get the scenery, you get the vibe, you get the whole thing. It's good to have it on your CV.
Very true. Very true, Mofe.
It's very true. I mean, it's good to learn from those abroad and see how they do it, because there's a certain work ethics that they also possess in the UK, and need to impact that here.
Okay.
So let's talk about what you have coming up. What other projects do you have coming up in the nearest future that we should be looking out for?
I'm just tailing off. I just finished the production of The Rishantes, and it's a spin-off of Halita. Those Halita fans who know it. So this is called The Rishante, and it centers around my character, my sister's character, and my daughter Halita.
Okay.
And of course, it's a new birthing of the show. Of course, I have all the films that I've done down the line, and of course, 13 Letters as today.
Nice.
All right. All right. So we can't wait for that to come out, Mofe.
We can't wait.
And we can't wait for you to come to the studio to share it with us.
Yeah, Mofe,
we miss you on our game.
No,
we
Mofe,
did.
You missed out on something fantastic today, because we had a very, very interesting delicacy prepared just for you.
Honestly.
On a 1st of October, and you are not here. Unfortunately, Mike has balanced and is ready to eat it all. But don't worry, next time when you come, we promise to actually make something equally as nice for you. Thank you very much, Mofe.
Where's the food? That's the food.
Oh, there. That's the food you're going to be missing out on.
Oh,
green, white, green stuff on there, man.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. Sorry.
We will email it to you.
I can. Wow, great. This is perfect. Email it. Great. I like that. I was gonna say I was gonna pass by in the evening, but yeah, email is good.
Which evening? Which evening?
Thank
All
you,
right.
Mofe.
At this point, let's take a look at the trailer of 13 Letters. All right, then. Hopefully you had a great time on our October 1st Poetry Fest right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Thank you so much for tuning in. Happy Independence Day, everyone. Chef Tade. Talk to us about this.
All right, this is a 4-euro with white rice.
Okay.
And so I just made a twist. I wanted it to have a reflection of what we are into.
All right.
Happy Independence.
Happy Independence Day, everyone. Try this at home. Send us a little clip or picture of what you were able to put together. Security, Mike Masikeno is, we need you. We need you. We need you. But Mazino
wait, now, don't they tell people before they leave here?
No.
To give my verdict?
No, you're not giving any verdict. Not today.
This pomo is luscious.
Mazino has our poets on the couch. And, hey, it's been an amazing festival today.
Yes, indeed. It has been a festival. That's what it is. We have all our poets here from Ibukun to Esther and also Fido, and they want to give us very short words of departure for wisdom and for Nigeria. Ivy Quake, what is it?
As the name implies, Ivy Quake, it is to make impact. And for a word of hope, you don't need Nigeria to save you. Impact starts with one person. Impacting people, speaking to people, making the change and being the change that you are.
Very nice there. Esther, you're on the spot. Do you want to give one?
Okay, we always talk about young people standing in the gap to do something wonderful for the entire nation. So we are the ones to change the status quo. And I like that I am a part of this generation causing this massive change. So
that's beautiful.
Yes.
And Fido.
All right. The two ladies have done wonderful with the words of hope. So all I just want to say is, we have to be proud of our country, not until it's great, because we have to do our own part in making this country great. So just preach the good news and be the best Nigerian you can ever be.
Wow, that's fantastic. Hey, you heard it all from them. I have nothing else to add. Titi.
Let's hear from our final guest for today, Mr. Mofe Duncan, and he'll close out the show. Happy Independence Day, everyone.
All righty. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.